to the 10th anniversary of the Rebelle Rally. It is a, dare I say, beautiful, calm, fairly wind-free morning here at Base Camp 1, just west of Tonopah, Nevada. I think we are just a little farther west of Tonopah, Nevada. We've blown, we've blown a little farther away. You're taking a look at the cars. We're just about 15 minutes from the first cars lining up at the start line. This is our first start line show here at the Rebelle Rally, and we're really, really excited about this marathon stage. I'm Alyssa Roenigk. Next to me is Matthew Johnson. We will be your hosts and guides through the next 7 days of competition and 8 days of Rebelle Rally Live presented by Toyota. I think this is show 3 of 19. So, as I said, this is the start of a marathon leg, our first marathon leg, a pretty early marathon leg in the Rebelle Rally, starting on day 2.
The normal event, yeah, it is coming kind of early. People have just settled in and like, oh, great, self-camp.
Right,
I just found the bathrooms.
Which means this morning, in the dark, everyone had to pack up all of their stuff. They've moved everything into their vehicles, and they will be starting out on a really long 2-day stage. So they are leaving here from Base Camp 1. This is going to be a long extended stage that loops back here to Base Camp 2 at the finish Sunday night. So they will not come back to Base Camp 1 tonight. They will head out on a pretty long stage. We have quite a few checkpoints, quite a few X checkpoints. We'll have Emily Miller on the show later to really take us through the stage. But they'll head out, they'll self-camp, and then we'll see them here tomorrow. But before we get to today, before we get to the start line, let's remind everyone the results from day 1. Let's see our leaderboard.
There we go in our 4x4 class overall standings. Nina Barlow, Terralyn Pettere sitting atop, but not far behind, you'll see. And if you keep looking not far behind that and that and that, you get down to 13 places, and you've still got everyone within striking distance there at the front. Now, as the days go and the difficulty increases, those 5 points you see there between first and second right now are harder and harder to make up for, aren't they, Alyssa?
They sure are, and 5 points doesn't sound like a lot, but after 8-9 days of competition, it will be wild to see how it'll come down to 1 point, 2 point. Every little point matters so much. And let's see. So we've got our in 38th place. We've got our
Karen Hohen and Dana Saxon.
10-time Rebelles.
The only team that's been the same teammates for 10 years.
It's so they're so incredible, and they are so much fun. I actually spent 2020 with my teammate camping out on all the marathon stages with those two women, and had so much fun. And there you're seeing the end of the 4x4 class standings. And as we keep saying, just because you see your team at the bottom, at the top, there's going to be so much movement between these teams, especially if you remember. Yesterday was a 1 out of 5 difficulty.
Yeah.
Today we are tripling that. We're going to a 3 out of 5
straight into
difficulty.
So looking at the X Cross overall standings, Carrie Landau and Andrea Schaefer have jumped out into a lead in front of Emmy Hall and Kendra Miller. They're probably still getting integrated with each other as new teammates. Obviously, Carrie Landau and Andrea Schaefer were last year's winners. Third place, not to be counted out, Becca Donahue and Becca Dalsky together there in the X5 X-Drive BMW. X-Cross is a fun class to keep up with as well. Sometimes later in the event, you may find that car that's sitting down in 4th is particularly good in sand, and then suddenly, boom, the points come,
1,000%.
and the conversation changes.
And one of the things you really remember, I know we keep saying that you have to have a short-term memory, right? You have to be, I kept saying we have to be like a Major League Baseball hitter, right? You fail 7 times. If you hit a home run the 8th time, you're a hero, right? And so you have to be able to put that last at bat behind you. You have to be able to put the day you had behind you. I think Sabrina and I, in 2021, we were in last place after day 2, and we just said we have to win every day from here, and we won the next 4 days and ended up moving slowly up. So just because you see after day 1 that your favorite team might be a little lower, you might be a little confused as the standings. Also remember yesterday the difference between first place and I think 35th place was maybe a 98% to 90% success rate. It was very It was very, very tight. So that's going to start opening up. I think by day 3, 4, 5, we'll start to get a better idea of who's really battling for those top 3 spots. But right now, everyone's settling into the competition. There you see at the start line, we have our first teams getting ready to be called off the start line. This is my favorite part of the morning. Everyone who's out getting their cars ready. Unfortunately, someone's going to come out and find out maybe they got a flat tire overnight. Maybe they forgot something. Usually what you see is the drivers are the first to the cars. Their responsibility is to get everything to the cars, get everything ready while the navigators stay in the tent, finish up all their math, finish up all their plotting, and then they join their teammate in the car. And speaking of being joined, we are being joined here on set by Emily Miller, creator of the Rebelle Rally. Emily, thank you for taking some time this morning to once again walk us through what looks like a really cool start to a long marathon stage.
Yeah, it's a big day, and it is completely different than yesterday. In fact, I think they're going to be a little shocked. Yesterday was designed to give them a little bit of confidence, maybe some false confidence, and now comes the beatdown. But a very beautiful beatdown.
Emily knows how to design a competition.
She does. Let's have a look at the daily course overview here. Emily, what do we see?
Yeah, first of all, you see the distance, 322 kilometers. And the way this is going to break down is the X routes are about, let's go ahead and put it in miles. About 195 miles could be the shortest distance for the X route, and 200 to 205 miles actually for the regular route. But the X route is slower, harder to navigate in some sections, and then a very steep pass that if it gets jammed up, if anyone has a problem with their cars, etc., people could get stuck up there because you can't pass, you can't get around people. It's a very steep pass.
Now, I'm sure someone wants to know at home, why do you take the X route? How valuable to a team is taking the X route compared to not? Because there's a lot of additional risk, right?
The difference of winning.
Yeah, I know. How many points are we talking about today? Do you have a guess?
I don't want to just guess it, but every time you have an X, it's going to be anywhere from 50% more to double the points.
There we go.
It's that important.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the Mapbox flyover. So we're going to follow the X route today, and I'm going to call out a couple of spots where the regular route veers off. So they're going to be starting here at base camp, heading out onto Highway 95, and we're getting them out of the area really quickly today. We're headed toward Tonopah. But the reason why is there is another off-road race. The Legacy off-road race is going to be coming through the same area. So we are getting them out of town and quick. Over on the left-hand side, you can see what's called the Monte Cristo Mountains. Look how colorful it is. Like amazing colors on the far left side of your screen. Now they're turning up in this area and they're headed to checkpoint 1. They're starting to climb the hills right through here and they're going to veer off. So the regular route is going to head to the right up that valley. The X route goes to what's called Kibbe Dry Lake Bed. Really beautiful, kind of high-hanging valley dry lake bed. This is tough. All the checkpoints on this route are X. There are no blues. So this is going to slow people down, so they have to make sure that they are on route. Not easy to get off that dry lake bed. Now they're in what's called the Royston Hills. It's really rough up there right now. There's been water damage. It's slow going. Now they're on Gabb's Pole Line Road. They take that left-hand turn, hit the green checkpoint, and right past this green, you're going to see a trail off there heading north. That's the regular route.
Okay.
It's beautiful, fun driving. But this is longer, and it's headed out into this beautiful valley. And over on the right is called Berlin Ichthyosaurus State Park. Really cool place. If you can spell it, look it up and go see it. Now they're headed toward the town of Ione. It's an old ghost town, mining town. They're going to be turning up onto a pass. They're going to be headed and now turning east. And now they're going to be pointed toward the next X route, which is Ophir Pass. Right here, they rejoin the regular route. Regular route stayed on that big main road that you saw disappearing on the left side of the screen. This is Ophir, the highest pass we've ever done on the rally. It's 10,060 feet and narrow. It's beautiful. I mean, unbelievably beautiful looking down into that valley. Very steep descent on the other side, but not too technical.
Okay.
If you don't like heights, you don't want to take that pass. But the other pass was Kingston Pass. It's much farther up the road near Austin, Nevada, but a little bit easier, runs about 8,000 feet. Okay, they've just hit the green checkpoint. They got fuel there. And now they're headed around this dry lake bed, headed back toward kind of facing toward the town of Manhattan or Belmont. That is fun running right there. Just classic Nevada double track. And, just fun as it can be. Now they're headed up another beautiful pass. That they just came from the Big Smoky Valley. Now they're crossing over into what's called Monitor Valley. If you've watched in the past, if they were to take a left-hand turn and headed north, they would have hit Diana's Punch Bowl. Really great geological feature. Right there, they've just hit a blue. There could be a fake. And they're headed down, and you're going to see the finish, which is Belmont, Nevada. And right at the end, there are a couple of checkpoints that they can get at the very end up in these beautiful hills, a little bit higher elevation. They finish in the town of Belmont. Belmont is a really cool old mining town, and there is a famous little saloon called Dirty Dick Saloon. And they get to walk around, discover town, look at some of the old mining ruins. So they have a period of time before they have to go to their campsite. Belmont is a favorite. We haven't been back in a few years.
Yeah.
People love that place. So, and then staff is heading there.
Yeah, we're doing the show there
We're doing
tonight.
the show.
Oh, that's right,
Today.
yeah.
I am like almost without words, just trying to keep up with that. That is such a long, like multi-adventure day you just ran us through.
And that's just half the marathon stage. So can I slow you down? I want to call out 2 points that you mentioned that feel like if I'm watching this from home, I might see some mistakes. So you mentioned Ophir Pass a couple of times and how that's a really fun, beautiful pass. It's the highest pass anyone's ever driven. I have a little bit of FOMO. That
Yeah.
seems like something really fun to drive. How will the crossover cars do on that pass? How much more of a challenge will that be for the X-Cross cars that decide to take Ophir Pass?
It's going to favor vehicles with low-end torque. It really is, because you're going to want that low end when you're down. You're going to be running lower gears, and you're going to have to stay on that throttle. And there are going to be a couple of points where you want to stay on it, not get stuck, and spin your tires. They may find on the other side of the pass that they're going to have to pre-lay down some max tracks to get through some spots, not try to go through it and then get unstuck.
Use max tracks to get out.
Right.
Instead, use them
Exactly.
to make a bridge or
Right.
to
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are a couple of crux moves today that if you're watching from home, where we kind of call it a plot twist. Plot twist. Once they hit blue CP10, that's that area where they make the decision about which pass they're going to take. They're going to be on a 200,000 scale map. That means they have a lot less resolution of the roads.
Less detail.
Detail. And that is going to be harder to nail those black diamond checkpoints. The other place is going to be right out of the gate. After they pass the first checkpoint and they split, both of them have some tough navigating. So you can see people get really turned around up there. Yesterday we saw people not hopping out and verifying roads with their compasses. If they don't do that today, they could easily end up going, west when they should go north. And before they know it, they could be 10 miles out of the way and really lost and turned around. So I think you're going to see some very interesting trackers starting around CP2 and 3,
Okay.
4. So watch for it.
Oh my God! And this is difficulty 3 of 5.
Can't
I
Yes.
just want
I
to point
can't
out.
wait to have you on for a difficulty 5 day.
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
just ask you one more thing about a plot twist? You mentioned we were pretty late in the day. There might be a blue that
sneaky
doesn't
blue?
belong to anyone. We've talked about how you might be at a blue that's not your own blue. Is it true that there might be a couple blues out there that are just Easter eggs that are just sort of a
Could be.
little extra difficulty that you need to make sure that might not belong to anyone?
It's designed to reward people that are actively navigating and trying to be precise. We do not put a blue checkpoint closer than, let's say, about 0.6 kilometers. We think that's really tough on a 100,000 scale map, or a 200,000 scale map. We probably wouldn't put it within 1 kilometer because we want people to have a little margin of error on the plot that they physically made, but we're not trying to trick them. We want it to be fair, but yes, you have to be actively navigating to get those blue checkpoints.
Very cool. Yeah, get those compasses out. Get out of your car.
Yes,
Get
out of the
your
car.
car.
This just
and
reminds
use
you-
your
Know where
compass.
north is.
This reminds you how much thought has gone into every little detail of this event and planning these days, and it's so impressive, Emily.
Yeah, thanks, Matthew.
Yeah, it really is.
It's fun.
Yeah. Well, Emily, I know that your favorite thing to do in the morning is to get out and talk to every single competitor and wish them luck off the line. So we're gonna let you go from the show so you can get out there and start interacting with the competitors. But
Thank you.
thank you so much
Thank you.
for
Yeah,
being
thank
here this
you,
Yeah,
morning.
it's great.
It's my
All
favorite
right.
part of the morning shows.
I think we're going to jump over to our third teammate here on the live show and see what Katie's got for us in the tent.
Good morning, Matthew. I'm actually not in the tent. I finally made it to the start line of the Rebelle Rally presented by Toyota. And today, day 2 is brought to you by Baja Designs. The teams are slowly coming out of the tent. Alyssa, you jinxed us earlier and said that the wind had died completely. It's picked up, it's cold. The vibe here is really chill though. The teams are heading off on their marathon stage, and I'm going to be here for the next hour or so talking to your friends and family inside their cars at the start line. So back to you, Matthew and Alyssa, and I'm going to go find some people to talk to.
Thanks so much, Katie. Awesome. Got a lot of great energy coming off the line this morning. I'm sure some of it is nervous energy, wondering if did we pack the tent? Did we grab all of our stuff? Like, are we self-sufficient?
I love the sound of the cowbell as each car leaves, and you remember, you see the countdown. You see the 30 seconds, they count you down, then the cowbells start going, and you take off. This right here is I can almost feel what they're feeling inside that car.
We're watching Eva and Asia as they pull away. Eva came and helped out on staff a little bit last year as Asia wasn't able to make it last minute. But got that beautiful wave-driven wrap there on their Toyota.
Yeah, they said it's the mountains to the ocean, their favorite places in the world to be. So they wanted to bring those places with them on the rally.
They are a 4x4 vehicle. Let's go look at how many checkpoints they're going to have to go and check out. Search down today. So it's just 3 greens for such a long day. 3 greens does not feel like many greens. Those are your safe spots, the easy ones to find, the ones that give you confidence you're in the right place. And that's going to feel good. Then we move along to 12 blues. As we heard from Emily, there may be a blue that doesn't belong to you, that doesn't belong to anyone out there today. Again, she wants to reward people who are actively navigating. They'll know that that blue is not for them. So anyway, there's 15 then black diamonds, and that X cross leg that X checkpoint leg that offers so many more points is tough because there's not a blue every other or anything to let you know that you're still on track. When you've just got black diamond after black diamond after black diamond, again, those are not marked. So you never really know if you nailed it.
Now we're going to take a look at what the X-Cross class has in store for them. And as you heard Emily saying, they're really... if you're driving an X-Cross car, you're really going to have to make some hard decisions about which of the X checkpoints you're going to want to take. So again, just like the 4x4, they have 3 greens, and those greens are also meant to move you through the course. So you have closing times. They want to see you make it to those green checkpoints by the closing time so that they know that they are moving everyone along the course. They'll have 12 blues, 13 blacks. And if you look at the total difference between the total CPs and the total collectible, that means there are 7 X options out there. And there will be a few in line. There will be a few scattered throughout the course. So those are the moments where they're going to have to decide, am I going to try and get this X-Cross car up Ophir Pass and down Ophir Pass? I guess if you get up, you have to take that descent as well. So there's going to be a lot. This is going to be a tough day for that X-Cross class. So I can't wait to see the scores at the end of these 2 days.
Now I have a good quick question for you. The top 2 in X-Cross right now are both Subarus. And if Carrie Landau and Andrea Schaefer are gonna take the X routes
And
today.
I imagine
They're gonna
so
take
is
the harder
Emmy
ones.
Hall.
So precisely, that I was gonna say. So therefore, also Emmy Hall is gonna be shooting for that with Kendra Miller. So
And it's very cool to have so many very seasoned, successful 4x4 drivers and navigators now moving over to the X-Cross class, because I think it's really elevating the kind of driving and navigating
Yes.
and decision making that's happening in that class, and also the kind of course that Emily and Chrissy are willing to put out for that
to give them the
division.
option to go do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
not like this I want to call it weenie class or whatever, right? They don't have to do all the like super easy just dirt roads. They have the option to drive some proper off-roading as well. I thought that was a great question you asked earlier about going over the pass at 10,000 feet. I know Emmy and Kendra's Subaru is like, that's a daily car engineered to get fuel mileage.
Right.
It's not turbocharged. It's 180 or so horsepower. At 10,000 feet, like, to get your symmetrical all-wheel drive to work, you need to throw it some torque, and you just don't have a lot of torque. So you're a momentum maintainer in a car like that going over the pass.
But at least those top 2 teams, if not top 3, are going to give it a go.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But Becca Donahue in the BMW, she's going to be, I would imagine there's no way she's going to skip that X option today.
So as you're seeing these teams head out onto the course, we're going to give you a little peek inside what it is like out on the course in the day of a Rebelle Rally competitor.
Every day on the rally is relentless. From the moment you wake up, and it's funny because she rings a cowbell at 5 o'clock in the morning. You're up way before the cowbell even starts to ding.
If you're early on your start, 5 in the morning's too late. Your checkpoints are already sitting there waiting for you. So we get up at 4:30, and it's dark, and you do not want to get up. Sometimes it's cold, but you do it because you get your checkpoints and your paperwork. I'm excited.
You've got this massive list of things to do to even get you to the starting line. You are just on, and you have to be on because there's so much to do. There's so much to accomplish.
As a navigator, you need all the time. So I go to the tent, I get my paperwork, and I start plotting everything. The driver, on the other hand, does everything.
For the driver, if you're doing your job right, that means you're kind of taking care of everything that the navigator can't. You're packing up the tent, you're getting her breakfast, you're getting her coffee. You start to understand and learn the habits.
At 6 o'clock, there's a mandatory driver's meeting. That's where everyone tells us important things for the day. We do this because she does not wasteful until 6 o'clock in the morning. So you take good notes and make a shot.
By the time you're sitting in your car, your palms are probably sweating because we're about to do this time, speed, distance thing, which is the weirdest challenge in that you're not going fast because the speeds are never quick. You're going over sort of terrain that's not terribly challenging, but having to keep your mind super focused on how fast you're going, where you're going, what am I looking for next, what time am I supposed to be at this thing? Is that the road I was looking for? No. Okay, great. What's our distance? Are we at the right spot? It is a 100% occupied brain kind of a day.
It isn't grind. Meaning there's a lot going on, but 11 hours goes by. And especially as a navigator, you're solving problems continuously.
I'm getting all of the feels watching that.
Yeah.
One of the things I think was very cool about that peak is that it was not a peak just into the beautiful terrain and the everything that happens between the start and finish line, but everything that happens in the morning before the start line. I have so many people reach out to me who are interested in the Rebelle, and the first question I ask is, do you want to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and do math?
Yeah.
and plot on a map? And if their eyes light up about a scavenger hunt in the desert and math and maps and compasses, this is the rally
is
for
it.
you.
This is for
Absolutely,
you.
because so much work and really you can win and lose the rally in that tent in the morning by making some very, very small mistakes. You can also win and lose it out on the course, but it all starts with the
Sure.
hours between 4:30 and 7 when what you see right now, everyone taking off. So much, they've done so much work already before they've made it here.
For sure. And like you said, having the driver be able to contribute in the morning by just handling all the other crap. That lets the navigator know that when they get in that vehicle, they're going to have a coffee. They're going to have their lunch. Those basics are handled so they can just fully focus on that. And that makes such a big difference through the whole day. Because you're living
absolutely.
that plot all day unless
Absolutely.
you stop and take a bunch of time on the side of the road.
The more organized you are by the time you get into that car, the better your day is going to go. And so here we're looking at all the women who have gotten into their cars. They're in the start line, and I believe that our third teammate, Katy, is down with our first team at the start line. Who do you have for us, Katy?
Hey guys, they are moving fast. I'm here with Amanda Alvin, Julie Kurt. They're a corporate team, Strident Energy, and they're running Baja Designs, and it's a Baja Design Day, day 2. How are you ladies doing?
We're doing well, thank you. Yeah, we had a good first day.
So how does it feel year 2 after being rookies? What's the difference?
Actually, there's a little bit less of that anxiety about what to expect because now you know what the day is going to entail. You don't know where you're going, but you at least it can get some of those jitters out, so it helps a little bit.
And how are you feeling about your first marathon stage?
Good, actually. Yeah, pretty excited about it. Sounds like it's going to be pretty gnarly out there, so we're excited.
Well, we will see you when we see you. Enjoy your day out there, ladies. Okay, next we have 150, Shelby. Ooh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have time to chat? Sure. How are you feeling this year?
We're feeling great. Yeah, we're stoked to be here for, the 10th year and our 3rd year together. So yeah, it's going to be epic.
What's your strategy for the marathon stage? That was a lot of information this morning.
It was a lot of information. We typically always go for X routes anyways, so it's kind of par for the course for us.
Okay, well, good luck out there and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Let's grab one more. Look how filthy these cars are. I'm feeling like, actually, just pull up, ladies, and I will walk with you.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. What's the vibe in here? I'm seeing some good energy.
What a happy navigator. Isn't she awesome?
Good chatty navigator.
That's unfortunate this year because we're not reaching over. So you've got to tell me,
I'm nice and loud.
I want you to tell me how your navigator's doing and what the vibe is between you two as
I'm
teammates.
doing great.
She's doing great.
Yeah, that's right.
This is officially our second day doing this. I think we're learning how to communicate. She's learning to speak Marie. I'm learning to speak Marie.
Yeah, we're both named
We're
Marie.
both Marie. So that's a plus. I'm going to try to stay out of the mud, take care of the tires, take care of the
I don't
navigator.
know. We haven't been successful yet, though, staying
Yeah.
out in the mud.
So
And the marathon stage is the great unknown. How are you feeling about that?
I'm a little nervous. Last night was my 3rd night camping. So
In your whole lifetime?
yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit more? Let's walk a little together. You've never camped in your entire life.
No,
I've
not
camped
not out
plenty.
in a little tent like this. Mm-mm.
Okay, so what did you struggle with the most? Because I felt it was quite windy out there.
Definitely the wind. Had to get used to that noise. For sure. I grew up in the suburbs, so this is a whole new world for me.
Good for you for diving all in. I'm going to let you go so you're not nervous with only 3 cars to go, but congratulations for surviving your first 3 nights of camping. Whoa! Okay, back to you guys, Alyssa and Matthew, and I'll find some more people to chat to.
That was great.
I applaud them not only for taking on the challenge of the Rebelle
Right.
and everything we've been talking about, but to have never tent camped before. What was the new motto of the Rebelle? No GPS, only tents.
Only
the
only
German team
tents.
yesterday. No GPS, only tents. Yeah, I applaud them because it has. Wow, they are. Anything from here is going to be easy for them because these have not been easy nights in the tents. Katy and I are sharing a tent, and it has been windy and loud, and there has been very little time to sleep. So good on them for taking not only the challenge of the Rebelle, but the challenge of the adventure, from the
Yes.
finish line to the start the next day and everything that comes with this incredible event.
Those two Maries usually spend their day working in financial services for Toyota. So,
I love
not
it.
not naturally outside
Yeah.
dealing with and if you haven't slept recently in a tent, what they're talking about, the wind, just tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about how noisy it was
is
in the
very
tent.
loud. There
It's
have been
a
certain
racket.
times where we've both woken up and Katie's looked at me and she's like, "Are you sleeping?" Nope. Okay. Are you sleeping? Nope. It is very loud. I also loved what she said about learning to speak the other's language. That is really communication. I mean, in all areas of life, but truly in the Rebelle Rally, you're sitting that close to someone for that many hours a day, learning to care enough to speak the other person's language and them doing the same for you is really crucial. This event is, especially on those enduro challenges that Lynn was talking about in the video, communication is the only way to succeed at those challenges, and so that's they've picked that up in 2 days of
Yeah.
competition already at the Rebelle. That's going to be. I can't wait to see how they're doing after a couple
We're
of days.
watching a beautiful parting shot there of Nikki McGee and Ashley Cometer, and they are rookies this year. Let's see who else out there is on the line. Katy, who do you have?
Hey Matthew, so big shift from the last interview, first time camping, to Melissa Clark and Catherine Reinhardt here. Melissa Clark is a 10-time Rebelle. She has done this event 10 times and was just telling me she actually trains out here with her husband Brian, and you have a permit, you know this area. So that's very different to the team we just talked to, our rookies. How does it feel to know exactly where you're going, kind of?
Well, this area is very rich in mining history. So we do a ghost town and gold mine tour out here with Kurt Leduc and our company. We bring people out here and just show them the mines. So some areas yesterday we're familiar with, some areas we're new. But it's nice to kind of know the terrain and what you're going to get into.
There's hundreds of ghost towns in Nevada, right? How many have you visited?
Oh, I have no count. I didn't keep a count of them because some of them there's very little left. Most of them were like tent towns, and so they were very temporary. They boom and bust as they were able to get the minerals out of the ground, so they're never around for very long.
Well, maybe you'll come upon some great ghost towns on this rally. Have a good day out there, ladies. Okay, now I think we've got a Baja. We do. We have Brittany Marie. You're a rookie, hun. How are you? How are you feeling? I'm going to walk with you, and if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to.
She's yelling at me. Hi, I'm feeling great. Busy.
How does it feel to be a rookie? Like, are you...
Nervous, nerve-wracking, stressful, exciting.
But you've got a Rebelle in there, so how's the energy between the two of you? How long have you known each other?
Over 10 years. Yeah, long time.
Yeah, we met off-road on our favorite local trail, and we've been trying to get here together for 10 years, and we finally did it.
Doesn't it feel good when you finally make something happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excited no matter what happens. It's going to be a tough day. Yesterday was kind of a quick
She's saying it's going to be a tough day, and they're very excited, and we'll catch you on the finish line and find out how it went. One to watch, 163. Now we've got here Toby you don't say the H, Lavinka. Lavnichka. Terrible. My last name's Taliansich, so it's quite difficult too. How are you doing, hun?
We're doing great.
I saw you up here on the bonnet cleaning your window a little earlier, but look how sparkly clean it is.
No, it's very clean. It doesn't help when you're a little, height challenged in a very tall vehicle and
Yeah,
a
but
lot of dirt out there.
I think a lot of competitors forget to do that, and when you clean your window, you just have a whole new outlook on life, right?
You do. Dirty windows is one of my pet peeves.
Now, what's your strategy for the marathon stage?
We're just going to try for all the checkpoints and really keep up our pace. We had a good pace yesterday, probably almost too much. We ended really early, but I think it was a good kind of setting the stage for today and the pace we want to keep to make sure we get everything we can get.
All right, we'll go for it, girls. We'll see you at the finish line. Have fun on the marathon stage. Okay, back to you, Matthew and Alyssa, and I'm going to find some more people to talk to.
Thanks, Katy. Yeah, so yesterday morning at the start, Emily Miller told me that team was a team to watch. She felt like they were a dark horse for a potential podium, and so I made sure to learn how to say her last name, Lavinchka, and not surprisingly, they are in second place in the 4x4. So that is a team to watch throughout this rally.
And I'd add to that, the team you talked to just before them of Lisa and Brittany. Brittany might be a rookie, but Lisa is not, and they do lots of off-road together. They are also in the top 5, or maybe even top 3. I don't have the leaderboard in front of me, but they're also a team to watch.
What a cool feeling as a rookie to be driving a team that is in the top 5.
This is one of those things. It's like you don't want to think too much about, oh, look how well we're doing. Not healthy for you making your new plans. Oh, there we go. Rasa and Leeway's new, I say new, Toyota there. This one only has 150,000 miles on it. The one they've been using has 300,000 miles on it. All right.
All right, so we're gonna ask you all to stay right here, and we are going to be right back after a quick commercial break here on Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota.
The international race attracts drivers and off-road racing enthusiasts from all over the world.
Off-road racing is important to Baja Designs because, simply put, it tests the envelope. It clearly makes or breaks the progression aspect of what we do and why we do it. The racers out here are the 1% pushing it to its full potential. This is a proving ground for every aspect of life.
Total Chaos suspension systems are built for every adventure and have been durability tested on the toughest trails. Sorry, Matt. With over 25 years of dedicated Toyota experience, Total Chaos suspension systems will give you 24 to 1 month unmatched off-road performance. Handcrafted in the USA, our parts are manufactured in and
morning here at the 10th anniversary Rebelle Rally. This is the start line of day 2, sponsored by Baja Designs.
Baja Designs makes some incredible lights. I know you guys run them on your Sprinter van, don't you?
We do have some Baja Designs
up
lights
at the outpost.
And some that we're coveting.
Yeah. I was working on ordering some LP4, I believe. They've got LP9, which are these massive ones with lots of different features. Some of the features you may find in lights like this are the tunability for really narrow, like a beam to see far away, pencil beam, or more of a Euro beam or a flood beam, depending on where it's mounted on the car, how fast you need to drive, or what the terrain looks like. But Baja Designs has a solution to let you see where you need to be looking, depending on the kind of driving you're doing. Enough about that. Let's see if Katy is out there with anybody to chat with.
Katy, who do you have for us?
Hey guys, I've got Roenigk and Sam Barber, who were thrown together last minute. Caitlin lost your driver, correct? And then you came in. That's how it all rolled. And you're confusing me because I've never seen you in the driver's seat. How are you two doing?
We're doing really well. We're having a lot of fun, and this is Caitlin's rookie year, so she's learning all about the game and the strategy, as well as fine-tuning all of her navigation skills.
And you're one of our Toyota teams. Talk to me a little bit about your third teammate.
Oh, our third teammate, 2024 Tacoma TRD Pro. It's been a dream to drive. It's been a lot of fun. We've got plenty of space for our gear up here, and then we've got our camping gear and tools in the back, and we're having a lot of fun.
And how's it feel to be driving?
It's really cool. It's different. So it's interesting to have to stay out of the Navi job, right? Like that's her job, and we have to learn throttle control through the enduros and different things like that, but I'm having a blast learning this skill. You know, it aligns with Toyota's program is all about team member development, so I get to do this type of development this year.
And as we know, the Rebelle Rally is a testing ground for so many vehicles, and we're very stoked to have Toyota as our sponsor. Thank you. We'll see you at the finish line, Sam. And guess who we've got here? Emmy Hall, our host from last year. And how many years have you done the Rebelle?
So I've been here every single year, but the past 3 years have been as live show. And so now I'm back competing for the 10th anniversary with Kendra Miller because she's awesome and we're having such a fun time. We're laughing so much.
You're always laughing, Emmy. Talk to me about your third teammate.
So our third teammate is a 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness. We did put a 2-inch lift on it from Rally Tech, and we put some skid plates on it from Asphere Off-Road, just because we want a little bit of extra protection. And of course, we have our BFG KO2 tires and our Method race wheels.
And now a lot of team members have switched partners this year. And how do you psych out one of your old partners, Rebecca Donaghy?
Oh my God, all I have to do is just like go up to her and like chew in her ear and she'll be like, no, I can't stand the chewing.
That's going to be one of the questions at Confession Cam, I've decided.
Oh yeah.
How do you psych out your partners? Kendra, I'm going to catch you at the finish line with the mic because we're not passing this year. We're pro this year, Em.
All right, thanks for talking, Katy.
Love you. Bye, have a great day out there. Okay, Jennifer Ripley, how are you guys doing? Good morning. I'm not reaching over today, so I'm going to catch you at the finish line. So now we talked at dinner. What did we talk about? I forget. Something happened. Oh, the bolt. They lost their bolt yesterday and had to come in slowly. So new day, new start. What's your strategy for the marathon stage?
I mean, we're just going to go do all these awesome X routes and see some great, crazy, cool stuff.
Nice. And do you have any idea where you're going? Did Emily drop some hints today?
Yeah, we're going to go up over Ophir Pass, and then eventually we'll be in Belmont, Nevada tonight.
Dirty Dicks. That's what we're having dinner. We'll let you go, ladies. The staff are having their dinner at this really cool ghost town tonight called Dirty Dicks, where we will be coming to you live. Yes, this is our German team, Team Magna. How are you doing, ladies?
A little stressed out today, but...
I can see you've got your breakfast still in your hand. Do you want me to take that from you? You don't have to... Oh, look at that.
I think we're good.
I was just going to take the plate, not your whole breakfast.
You can take that.
Here.
Thank you so much.
Well, you don't want trash in your car, right? Okay, so deep breaths. Okay, now we're chill. You guys are going to have a great day. You're rookies. You're loving it. Your brother turned how old yesterday?
Don't put me on the spot.
Uh-oh. I'll let you go. It's always good to help the rookies calm down because this is really scary at the start line. Who have we got next here? Eliza. Hi. You're back after a long time. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. That's a very racy looking helmet you've got on. Can you talk to each other?
I like to race. I mean, this isn't a race, remember?
No, it's not.
No, but it's good to have a good helmet. Yeah.
What's your strategy for today?
Don't run out of gas.
Has that happened before?
No.
Okay, good. I'm glad that's a good strategy.
Our strategy is to just continue on our streak. Amy's a rookie. I'm bringing some mileage to the team, and we're just really working really well together, having a really good time. She's phenomenal. She's put in a lot of work learning to navigate. And we had a good day yesterday. We'd like to just continue that.
I like the confident vibe in this car. Take it easy out there, ladies. We'll see you at the finish line. So Brian Busby travels with us, and he brings the gas. We're going to go visit him probably at the finish line. Hey, Lynn Climb, how are you doing this morning?
Hey, doing good. Hi. How's everything going?
Oh, thanks for asking.
You need some cheese doodles?
No, I don't need cheese doodles, but maybe at the finish line.
I'll give you some.
We have plenty.
Yeah.
So how do you manage your gas usage?
Interesting question. I'm not able to plug in the 4xe, so I only have 17.2 gallons. So I have to be very careful, strategy-wise, fuel consumption, and making sure we don't spend too much time on checkpoints. So we get back here for base camp and get the 20 points. So we're working hard on it.
So your navigator's not the only one doing math in this vehicle.
No. We both have.
All right, I'm going to let you go because I know you're close to the start. Thanks so much for chatting. We'll see you at the finish. Okay, let's have a chat to one more vehicle before we go back to you guys. Sandra Lee and Lauren Judy, we've got a rookie in here this year. How are you doing?
The navigator right over here. She's been doing super awesome. We had a good day yesterday, so hopefully we can continue that today and keep going.
All right, talk to me a little bit about your third teammate.
Oh my gosh, she's been super awesome. It's pretty nice to drive it this time around. Last year I didn't get to drive it as a navigator, but trying to see how Awesome is doing right now has been really great. So hopefully she gets us to the finish line today.
And talk to me a little bit about changing roles.
Oh my God, it's been super different. Trying to help her as a navigator. Previously, I know what she's feeling. Trying not to overwhelm her, but as a driver, it's been super interesting. Not trying to overbear her, but hopefully, it's been helpful for both of us.
I love that I asked you that question about yourself and you're more concerned about your navigator and how to help her out. You guys have a good vibe. That's great. What a great attitude there, really caring about her navvy. Okay, guys, back to you, Alyssa and Matthew, and I'm going to get rid of this breakfast bowl I just picked up and go find some more teams to talk to.
Katie, that was great stuff, and I should add that Eliza Coleman, the second to last driver you were talking to, she's a stunt coordinator in Hollywood, and it was her birthday yesterday. So she celebrated her birthday here on the rally, but she couldn't receive any of the birthday messages from home because she does not have her phone. Or
We're
computer.
watching her, though.
So we made sure that she felt all the love here on the Rebelle Rally.
That's
for
her
birthday.
and a grenadier making a left out and starting their day. You know, I want to point out one of the cool things. The last two teams we spoke to are a couple of the Toyota teams, and they both have a rookie paired with a seasoned competitor in there. And a lot of what Toyota sees in the Rebelle is a development platform for their employees to come and learn about themselves and about working in a high-pressure environment.
How cool. And that is the way to do it. Two rookies, oh man, I don't know what.
It's hard.
Yeah, the first time I did one of these, I was competing with your wife, who is the one of the creators of the Rebelle Rally. So she was no rookie. So it was nice to be, you know, wide-eyed and have no idea what I was getting into, and know that I was there with a friend and someone who knew exactly what she was doing. So I think
she'll
that's the
at
way
least
to
make
do
you
it.
think that. All right, let's have the look quickly here at the leaderboard for the Scorpion Challenge, our Pirelli Tire Scorpion Challenge, and we're looking right now. Andrea Gilman and Mandy Brazina are there in their 2025 Wrangler Sport. They're leading with 204 points. Remember, this is a award to a nonprofit of choice, and then it becomes a cash award if they place high enough in the Rebelle. Love to see that. They're all enjoying the luxury and comfort of the All-Terrain Plus Scorpion tire they're using out there.
All right, and much like the Scorpion Tire Challenge, you're running those Pirellis to be entered into that competition, and all of these teams are running Pennzoil in their vehicles. And so, who do we've got? We've got Team 139 is leading.
Same
It's hard to
leaders.
see, yeah,
They're
so-
leading both of these.
Oh my goodness, that is the same team. Alex Gilman and Mandy Brazina are leading both challenges. But remember, it is just day one, so they are entered into both. And as Matthew said, the top three teams will receive a cash prize donated to the charity of their choice. And then if they were to finish in the overall top three in the competition, they also will earn a second cash prize that they could to the team or to a charity of their choice as well. Very cool challenges here on the Rebelle.
All right, as we're watching one of the Toyota teams head out of the area, let's go see who else Katy has to chat with this morning.
Well, tell Kramer I'll be on the other. Oh. Yep, Katie's here. Katie's right here. I'm here with Adriana Stovall and Angela Ricketson, and Adriana is extremely chill for a navigator this morning. I don't normally talk to the navigators in the morning, but you are very relaxed.
Well, I have you all fooled because I was just telling Angela how stressed out I was that I didn't get to plot all of my CPs this morning. So,
But that's okay. You can just pull over, have some lunch, and do it later, right?
yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a hard day of navigation. We have 3 different maps that we're going to be navigating off of. So I asked for patience. She's usually pretty patient with me. So yeah, it'll be a good day.
So now, as everyone, or not, maybe not everyone knows, but in the Rebelle, you have to plot checkpoints in the morning, and you have to have a strategy around. Some people want to get them all plotted, and then they rush and they make mistakes. What is your strategy in the morning when it comes to plotting and taking care of checkpoint strategy?
I usually like to plot everything because Emily does a really good job of like leaving breadcrumbs of like what the route is going to look like. So if I skip anything that I think I don't want to go after, then it discourages me from doing my best and getting out of my comfort zone. And then also I can't really see the route. So I've been working hard at trying to get faster with my plotting, so I have time to plot everything. But that didn't happen this morning. So there goes my plan.
Well, I don't know. I have never seen a navigator this relaxed who's feeling stressed. So I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you. She's going to roll the window up and freak out. And here I thought that we'd found someone who wasn't stressed, but the navies are stressed in the morning. Susie McBride and Heidi Dillard. I just tried to talk to a navvy, but I realised how stressed you all are, so I'm back to the drivers. How are you doing, Heidi?
I'm Susie, but I'm doing good.
I'm even friends with Susie, and I just called her Heidi. Susie, how are you?
Oh, we're good. Having fun, getting ready for another day.
You looking forward to a marathon stage?
Yeah, I love marathon. It's a really kind of cool night to hang out with our friends. So
yeah, we love it.
We'll see you in the pass. It's going to be awesome today, so looking forward to going over the pass.
Now, on marathon stage, the competitors have to feed themselves, and we have all sorts of setups for how to entertain yourselves at marathon stage. What do you guys bring to eat? Anything special?
No, we just have a lot of snacks.
Yeah,
a charcuterie board.
We're very bougie.
And peanut butter and graham
crackers, our favorite.
That's our favorite.
Just a charcuterie board. That's pretty good.
But we do have a espresso machine, little machine for the morning for our coffee.
So we'll have fancy coffee.
Okay. That's thanks to Laura Wana. She gave us the recommendation.
That's a good recommendation. I think seasoned Rebelles know that the espresso machines are very important, so well done. Hey, you have fun out there, and I'm sure we'll see you soon. Take it easy. Okay, we've got a rookie team here. Hey, Sue Renals, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I understand you had to switch vehicles last minute?
I did, actually. About 30 days ahead of the race, I blew the head gasket on my 2000 Disco in St. George, and I live in Copper Mountain, so it took about 2 weeks to get it to me, and they said it couldn't be repaired in time. So this is my daily drive. I had 2 weeks to get 9 months worth of prep done.
Oh my God, this is so awesome. Thank you very much. I didn't even know that. You can go ahead so I don't hold up the whole start line. How cool is that? Emily Miller always says the Rebelle Rally is about driving the vehicle in your driveway because it's more capable than you think. On that note, back to you, Matthew and Alyssa.
Oh, cool. Check out that license tag. It gives you the proper the phonetic pronunciation of Rebelle. Man, that's got to be just... the ball drops, right? What do you mean my car's not going to be ready? Like all the panic of the last minute of getting a car together. That Nissan's going to serve her well, I'm sure.
Well, as we see the 211 take off from
it's an
the
X-Cross
start
vehicle.
line.
Jordan Keith is in there as a seasoned competitor, again with another rookie.
Yeah, very cool. So as we see them ride off into the sunrise, we're going to take a few minutes to pay some bills. Stay right here with us on Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. We will be right back after a few. Welcome back to the start line of day 2 of the Rebelle Rally, presented by Baja Designs. This is Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota, and we are about halfway through the start line. Here, it's a beautiful, this is our first just really wind-free, beautiful morning. We're enjoying this gorgeous sunrise that I hope you can see behind us. And down at the start line is our third teammate, Katy. Katy, who do you have now?
Hey guys, I've got Rasa Fuller and Leeway Pesig, and they are a Baja vehicle. Good morning, how are you doing?
I'm good. We're having a good morning. We're ready for day 2, marathon camp.
Now, I'm looking at your Tacoma here and I'm thinking it looks a little bit different than last year. What's going on? It is a little bit different because it's a different vehicle. So last year's one had how many miles on it?
Last year's had 350,000 miles on it, and this one, it's the same 2004, a little shorter cab, but it has 150,000 miles. And it's a lot lighter, and it's got better gas mileage, and we're supercharged.
And can you tell us a little bit about your Baja lights?
Oh, we love our new Baja lights. We have ditch lights and a light bar in the front, the curved one. We were like, well, it's 10th year. Maybe there's a night stage. We better have some Baja lights on here just in case. So
excellent. What's your strategy for the marathon stage?
Do our best, get them all, get to camp, have a good night's sleep.
All right, I won't hold you up. You can drive forward. Thank you so much. I'm going to let Sabrina pull up. That's not Sabrina. That is Michelle Kirby. Good morning. How are you? And Sabrina. Come on, she's still singing. Oh my God, where does the energy come from? Hey Michelle, how are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm feeling good. We're gonna have a great day.
Yeah, what are you feeling about the marathon strategy? Sabrina looks very chill back there. I'm not allowed to reach over this year, so you have to. I'll relay. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling great. No, you know, there's so many checkpoints and we're flipping back and forth between maps, so there's going to be a lot of plotting on the road because there wasn't enough time to get everything, for me at least. Yeah. Maybe some...
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Yeah. A lot of people didn't get all their plotting done today. So talk to me a little bit about your third teammate that looks like a spaceship.
She is fantastic. This is Linda. And Linda's a 2025 Quartermaster Grenadier from Warner in Salt Lake. And she's performing fantastic. So super happy. Everything is calibrated. I just feel really comfortable in this vehicle.
I think I'm gonna. Is there enough room for me to jump in one day? Just for a little. Maybe I'll ride the finish line with you.
Fantastic.
Did you bring your guitar, Sabrina? I did bring my guitar. Sabrina is known for bringing her guitar on year 1 and pulled it out and just made everybody happy and sing. So I love that you're always singing. You have a great night tonight on the marathon stage, and we will see you when we see you. Okay, back to you, Matthew and Alyssa.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that Quartermaster. It's so cool the way you can organize all your tools and stuff in the back and all the different onboard stuff they've got.
They have a refrigerator in there. They have 2 snack drawers.
Well, I'll tell you, my son has found the snack drawer that has the nerd clusters.
Oh yeah, they had nerd clusters in there. They had 5 kinds of dried fruit. We have all been over to the Grenadier snack tray.
Awesome. And we obviously checked in with Rasa and Leeway there in truck 156. Everybody, I think, so we talked about this X route today, right? And I'm looking at cars and I'm looking at cars and I'm like, yep, they're going to take the X route. Yep, they're going to take the X route, I think. And then, you know, Emily talking about how if there's a car disabled, it could clog up the whole path. And also how confusing orienting yourself up there may be. I think it's going to be pretty jammed up there in the X route today.
I can't wait to talk to folks in our live show this evening.
Yeah.
Because I'm very excited about having the opportunity to go out to the middle of the marathon course and talk to the drivers and navigators about what happened today at this sort of midpoint. I'm really, really thrilled that we're going to have the opportunity to do that. So speaking of tonight's show, let's look at the schedule for the rest of the week. And so as you can see, most mornings we are going to come to you live at 6:45 here from the start of each day at various base camps. That'll be an hour-long show. There are a few days we are going to get to see us 3 times throughout the day. And then we have our finish line shows mostly at 5:30 on the final day. The finish is a little bit earlier. It's a little longer of a show. And tonight, as Matthew alluded to earlier, we're going to be coming to you live from Dirty Dick's in Belmont, Nevada, at the middle of this stage, and we'll have the teams there with us as well.
Yeah, Belmont, Nevada was one of the places we really weren't able to take the rally because of the lack of service. And then the improvement in the abilities to have service, super off-grid areas have led our opportunity to go to Belmont. So this will be the second time the rally's gone up to Belmont. It's a really cool ghost town. As you've heard, Nevada's full of these. Actually, it's not a ghost town, old mining town.
Right.
And so we're going to be coming to you from Dirty Dick's. I think the energy is going to be high. People are going to have a massive adventure today. I mean, with Emily this morning, could you believe the map that she was telling us about just kept going?
And that was just
kept
half
going,
of the route.
kept going.
Half of the route.
Yeah. What a great morning, though.
Yeah. And, well, we're going to need time to break down the set, travel it to Belmont, and get it reset up to rejoin you at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time this evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we will see you right back here on Rebelle Rally, rebellerally.com/live. But as we said, not exactly right back here. We'll be at Dirty Dick's. So thank you so much. We will see you back here. And remember, this is day 2 of the 10th anniversary of the Rebelle Rally, sponsored by Baja Designs. This is Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota.